Nvidia graphics card. Let's start her up. And look at that. That's how you sort of really know it's working, because then, remember before it was just blue? Now it actually has a video card, and we can check and see. Yeah, this is so confusing. You know what? I'm gonna change this now because I can't stand it. So much junk. Just like the classic look. Simple, neat, elegant, efficient. If you want to get things done, efficiency is the key. Let's get rid of you. Let's close you. Leave that going for now. So, right now, we just have the basic display adapter, and the reason why we have the basic display adapter is, does anybody know? Because the drivers aren't installed. So, we just need to go, oh god. I've never, like I never, so there's nothing for me to get from here. Okay. Game. Ready. Driver. So pretty much like, say you wanted to say, hey, Tristan, can you do this for me? I would say, sure. I would figure out the cost. And if you're like, because there will be a cost, nothing is free. I'm not running no charity, even though my YouTube page feels like it's a charity to a certain degree. Yeah, I would say yes. Based on, I will give you, like, I'm always trying to be transparent and upfront. I ain't trying to cheat nobody. I don't think that's a good way to do business. Yes, there's gonna be a markup. That's called being transparent. Yes, markup is profit. Profit is how business people survive. Am I gonna try and price gouge you? No. But I'm going to make it so that way I can eat too, and we both get value from the transaction. That's what a real capitalist does. A real capitalist provides value to their customer, and in return, I give you, for the product I give you at a price you can afford, you give me business. And on my end, I have to make sure that I'm giving you the service at a price that I can afford, where I eat. So unless both people are eating in real capitalism, if both people aren't eating, then there's no service, there's no business, there's no nothing. It'll eventually fail. That's why you see a lot of these businesses going under, because yeah, there's only so long you can go and cheat your customers for. You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Download for desktop. Download now. The most recent, December 12th. Not allow. Where is my download now? So I never use these things. It's like it just disappeared on me. Yes. Okay. Now, as I was saying, the reason why, here's why this is so important. If for any reason, if you were to just do this on a regular Windows 11, Windows 10 PC, and you go and you open up remote desktop on your computer and everything's a-okay and you start gaming and whatever, there's a huge security issue where you're opening up all of your personal information. Your banking stuff could be on there. You know what I mean? Like lots of things you open up to malicious people. So, as you can see, we actually got to the Nvidia graphics driver screen because if it doesn't recognize that the driver, that the graphics card is there, that there is an Nvidia graphics card, then it is not going to do anything. So we're going to do both Nvidia graphics driver and GeForce Experience. Let's see, custom. Yes, just install everything. That's what I like. So this is installing. Yes, so as I was saying, there is a huge security risk where someone could potentially get into your system. It's a potential. Like you do have to set up password protection, these kind of things, but they can potentially get into your system and get access to your personal files. So with this, you just set up a virtual machine. You don't need to put anything on your virtual machine other than Steam. And, or, you know what I mean? Other than Steam, just, just the essential things. You know what I mean? You don't need to really bog it down. Your personal information is on the server PC, desktop PC hybrid. And like when you turn on your system, like you're going out or you're going to a buddy's place. Or you just want you just want to game with your buddy. You know what I mean? So you can both remote in and use the system at the same time, even. So oh, yeah, your buddy wants to game with you. You can do that as well. He doesn't have a good as computer as you do. There you go. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Don't bother creating the shortcuts. And there you have it. So now, let's go back to Device Manager, and there is no error. And when we go to Display Adapter, booyaka. And we have the driver and the software installed. Now let's do some tests. So let's run. Ugh. Ugh. Like, years. Just want to see what it can actually see. Oh, yeah, just this. Okay. So check this. So I wanted to let's call it after. Because if you do the other way, then it does have problems. So you can't install MSI Afterburner on the Windows 11 because it'll make it really buggy since it doesn't actually fully have access to the graphics driver. You have to install it on your host Windows 11 PC. So I'm just doing a test to see what would happen. Like, let's install it here. And let's see how it runs. Like I said, there's no need to pass the driver through or anything like that because I'm using it's only like 120 gig hard drive. So really, if you want to budget it, like it would only technically do 2 VMs. So technically I might even just do that just as a test. Actually, no, can yeah, I think I can. Because what's this actually going to do? What this actually does, like I was saying, there's the GPU partitioning and there's the pass-through. So with the GPU partitioning, like I can share this with another computer, so two computers can use it at the same time, and then roughly they'll use 4 gigs of the 8 gig GPU at the same time. So if you have a 24 gig and you have 6 people, roughly 6 people will use 4 gigs at the same time, right? That's how it would sort of work. English, next. I accept your terms. Oh, yes. This is a good thing to have. I was like, what is this? Yeah, and then it gets other things, right? So. I'm going back in time. I will be right back. Just doing a quick pause. Okay, we're back. Did not show README. Let's run Afterburner. Hey, there you go. So you can even overclock it from inside of the VM because you actually have access to the actual hardware and the drivers. How beautiful is that? Hmm? How beautiful is that? I will do a test where trying to test another, like assign it to a different VM and just to see like have them both work. So yes, we can close this now. Now let's run a next test. Gonna just do this off screen. Oh, okay, I haven't set that up yet. Sorry, just give me one moment here. it doesn't really matter if you see that because that's not going to be there anymore. Oh, shoot. Just close that. There we go. Oh. Where are you? Okay. Okay. So now, as you can see, just copying RPCS3 over. So we're just going to wait on that. I'm just going to pause the video so you don't have to go through the torturous wait time with me, and I will see you soon. Yeah, I wasn't realizing how long this video is, so I'm probably going to end up breaking it down into parts, just because it'd be good that way. I wish I had Microsoft Paint, not Paint Photo, because it makes it easier to split clips up, but I believe I have something else already, so I can just do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to test RPCS3. Hey, there it loads up, because if it didn't, it would tell you. Four hummingbirds, three red hens, two turtle doves, and a remote gaming PC. Just gonna see, like, we have the frame rates and everything, so just gonna see how it goes. Oh, it still doesn't have the drivers, eh? That'll be something I'll have to look at, but that's what I need to figure out with the, because you can do the advanced session mode. So, oh yeah, it's boom, 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 boom. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of things to work on to smoothen it out, but because the settings, ugh. Oh, hold on a second. I might know why. So this is if you would use it natively, I believe. Let's see something. I didn't check the settings, so. Oh no, it's using the GeForce. We might need to tone it down. But yeah, things to play with. Because I haven't been using the GeForce, so I don't really know the settings too well. And there's just things that I'll have to, for this at least. Let's see something. I've never tried with OpenGL and an Nvidia. Oh no, okay, so those are just faulty. I thought you could do. Let's just see. I can go to 720. Upscale. Because with the graphics card you can do upscaling. So just want to see what it's like. But as you can see, it's running, so everything else from here on in is all tweaks, and I mean, the hard part is actually getting this thing to even load up and get the video working. So it's more like it's running on Windows. So, it's like good luck. But when I'm really fully done with this thing, all the bulk won't even be there. It'll be pretty much running classic Windows because this is why it's good to have the server. From the server, I can just change the group policy and remove all of this. I mean, I kind of did it before on the yeah, pretty much the same thing. Things I'll have to look into because I haven't even really. I might have to like pass through some other stuff, maybe give it access to. Eh, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I might even do all this over again. Yeah, I might even do all this over again and install it on and which I probably will do. I'm just gonna like perfect this technique. You know what I mean? Now that I know it's working, I'll install it on just the regular SSD, the server on the regular SSD hard drive, or maybe even should I even no, let's not go there. Yeah, install it on the regular SSD hard drive and then use the NVMe and just break it up. Like just keep breaking it up, breaking it up. But actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's just use keyboard for now. Much better, right? Because to just do a test, we don't really need anything crazy here. I just want to see what I'll need to do, exactly how I'll need to do it. Because I'm going to probably end up switching it around. This was just test case to see how well it works. I've seen this work a lot better on other setups, but they're probably using an NVMe. I was just testing this at the time the NVMe was open, and I've deleted my old, like as I told, I don't have anything on Windows anyways. All my personal files, everything is all stored on a separate hard drive. So I don't need to like worry about Windows installations. They come and go. Like I delete these things as I please. Um, but let's see. Uh, but yeah, that's to get it working. Like you may have, I say, you may have a better video card. Maybe it's better to use the the 1080 as the primary video card and use the onboard integrated as like just give. I'm gonna do multiple tests and I'll show like which setup probably works. I'll come back with another video and say which setup probably works the best. Yeah. But as you can see, it's running. You may have like a 4080 or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or you might have splurged out and got like a crazy ass vGPU. So now you want to know like you probably shied away from server because you may not have known what to do with it. But as you saw, if you have an Asus motherboard, you just install Armory Crate. It's gonna handle all the drivers for you for Windows. Excuse me. It's gonna handle all the drivers for you for Windows. So you just have to worry about, you know what I mean, like making sure everything. You just pretty much have to worry about if you have the like I showed you the workaround for the integrated graphics card if you have an integrated graphics card. And I do recommend getting one with a just well, I mean, it depends. It depends on your setup. I just have if you're on like a good budget move is to get the one with the integrated graphics card as a start because then you have the two graphics cards right there to go and you may not be able to afford two Nvidia cards, you know? So that's like the little value aid to just get started. Because really, in the end, you just want to practice these things because it's like, I'll show you. What you want, you can do this. And this is the other part. So, see, Azure Arc connects your server to Azure, giving you fast access to Microsoft's best management, monitoring, and security services. With Azure, you can enable Microsoft blah 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 blah. Monitor your servers, automatically onboard and configure your server, da 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 da. So you can put this online, and then once you put this online, then you can use Azure as your VM. So like you can use their space. You don't have to be like you're not limited to like the physical hardware limitations on your computer. Like there's, I mean, if whatever service you want to use, if you want to use Amazon or whatever. But you know what I mean? Like that would be the next progression because on your computer that would just be for you. But then you can go out and put it on the server on Azure and go from there. So there's options as well. Like if you maybe like you're like okay fine yeah I can't get a good right now I can't get a decent connection or a decent frame rate or whatever. All right, I because with Azure they give you like if you sign up, you do get $200 in free credit for a year. So I was planning to, like, do that, mess around with it, and you know, see what's up. Like say, hey, like let's check this out, kind of thing. Because I'm sure in 3 months I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm fully sold. Because I'm already like 90% sold right now, just by like how the ease of this was, like fully sold. But you can set it up with here and then start using the cloud with your VMs and everything, as I was saying before. And then, like, yeah, you could do like CS:GO tournaments, all that kind of stuff. Anything like do local, you can just do local tournaments and have your own like registration and everything like that. And then all like at game time, you just open up everybody logs into their remote machines, connects up, and yeah, you're good to go. And I might start doing stuff like that and then do it for prizes, like the winner gets some prize, and I don't know, it could be cash prize, it could be like a gift card to something, or, you know, could be a controller, something. But well, that stuff we'll see. Yes, let's cancel. But as you can see, it works. More configuring and stuff is needed. So this is like, as you know, like with my channel, like everything is always a work in progress. I don't just show you when it's fully finished. I show you everything, all the steps along the way if I can. There's some steps I may not be able to show you, but for something like this, it works well because you can see like all the install processes, all the things I have to do, and all the trouble that I may run into, error messages, workarounds that I have to think about on the fly, or maybe like come back and do in another video. So there's lots of things like that, right? So yeah, just to, that's just like a little thing to take note of, pretty much. All right, I'm looking like I'm gonna have to split this into like 3 videos now, but I just want to make sure and get everything in there because like there's kind of a lot to unpack. So, um, yeah. All right, thank you for tuning in. To those of you who soldier through the whole thing, and kudos, my respect to you. But like in dealing with things like this, if you don't understand the technology behind it and what you're doing, you can break your machine easy. So yeah, you may think, oh, I don't have the time for these long diatribes or whatever, but then it's pretty much like, you know what, maybe you don't have time now for the long diatribe, but when you're doing this and you run into an error message and whatever, and you need to understand the technology behind it to find a solution, because maybe you run into an error that I didn't come across. At least you understand, you have the pages, you have everything that I did, and you can work from there. And you know what? Maybe you can ask me a question and maybe I can help. I'm usually very responsive, for good or for bad. It depends on your response. It depends on how you come at me. If you bring venom, don't be surprised if I give venom back. I ain't taking nobody's shit, and I don't expect anybody to take anybody's shit. So, you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's get focused here. But you know what? If you have a serious question, like, hey, I'm da 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 da, I ran into this problem, I searched, I just can't find anything that works, I'll take a look at it too and say, hey, you know what? I think I might have found something, or da 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 da. Or if I tell you, like, hey, I don't think it's going to work, I'll be honest and say, I don't think it's going to work. And that can save you time, and you might be able to find a different way, or at least you're not wasting your time doing the same thing. You know what I mean? That's crazy talk. All right, so I will cut this off here. And yeah, if there is anything that you need to know, then let me know. I'm going to keep working on this because obviously it needs to be like fully tuned kind of thing. So there's probably lots of, I believe there's a few things I may need to add, like a way for the uh, I believe it's a way for I need to add a channel for the computer and the host to connect faster, like to send information back faster. So we'll see. But yeah, that's it for today. That should have enough info right there to get you started. All right. Talk to you later.